How's it going, guys? James96 here, back with a brand new episode, and today, guys, we are back on my single player adventure world. And the first thing that I will say, guys, is I apologise if I sound slightly differently today. I've got a bit of a fat lip at the moment, which means it's really difficult to speak without going like this. But anyway, guys, I am trying my best to be as normal as possible, and having said that, yes, I am flying on a chicken. Yeah, there's no easy way to say this, guys. I thought this would be the best way to show off what I've been up to over the last couple of days, because there have been no videos over the last couple of days. I can only apologise. I will explain in this video about that a little bit without going into too much detail, because it is a bit of a gory story. But yeah, look at this for you whilst we still have it. And if you want to know how I did this, then leave a comment and I will explain it in the next video if people are interested. But look at that, it looks awesome, the view, as we're coming down. And we're just about to land, like so. Thank you, hop out. Awesome, simple as that, didn't take any fall damage. And if I can break the minecart, and it's just the baby chicken, easy. Now I'm just going to pick up the stuff that I used. And again, if you want to know how I did it, then leave a comment down below and I will explain in the next video. But yeah, nice and simple. Then I'm just going to plug up this little hole here. Check that there aren't any more items on the floor. Okay, so I have been busy since the last episode, guys. Really busy since the last episode, and pretty busy since the last live stream as well. So, just to clarify, those of you who have been watching the episodes but not the live stream, we did quite a lot of work in our Thursday night live stream last week, guys. We got a lot of stuff done. We did a load of mining is what we got done. So that was pretty much the main thing we did. We went down, we went to look for caves, and we got tons of resources, which as you can see has decked me out with a ton of iron armor and loads of iron tools, which is fantastic, exactly what I wanted. Which is great, and hopefully my voice is fine for you guys. I'm still getting used to it, as I said, and I will explain it more later. But anyway, where to begin? Obviously, you've seen quite a lot has changed in this area, so let's start by going through some of this. So what I've done is basically I've updated the village. I've taken out all of the gravel except for the bit around the well here, which I need to change slightly actually, because as you can see I've lowered the bit around it. I want to make it 3x3, because at the moment it's really annoying my OCD that on this side it goes out one further than on this side. So either 3x3 or maybe just a 1x1, because the area around here isn't that big. So we'll have to decide, maybe just a 1x1 well here would be better suited, or I may just take it out and put it somewhere else. But yeah, I've replaced it with these new path blocks for 1.9, and I really like them. I think especially in a village like this, it can just make it look so much nicer. I mean, the feel, let's just have a look. The feel that you get now from this village is so much more authentic than it was before, if you think about it. Because with the gravel, the material's alright, but it didn't really suit the village, I don't think. Whereas now, especially when we got sand around as well, it goes great with both. If we go, say, over here, it mixes well with the sand as well. It doesn't stand out. With the gravel, it would stand out a lot. If you think, oh, we got a bit of gravel here, you just look at the contrast here between the two, and because it sinks into the block as well, it just looks that little bit nicer, gives a bit more of a worn effect, and I really like it. Now, I'm not going to pretend during this series to be a master builder, but that is one thing that I'm actually really proud of, and a really great decision, I think, on my part to do that. But yeah, we've done a bit of terraforming as well. Biggest part was around here. How it was before was we had just this balcony bit was obviously pre-generated with the house, and it would just be a sheer drop here, and I've kind of just covered it over. And I think what I did, I think I was quite lazy. I don't even know if I filled this in actually. No, I haven't yet. I was going to do that, but yeah, as you can see, this is what it used to look like. I think I left it open so I can show you this actually, but yeah, this is what it used to be like. So above here is where that balcony was, and as you can see, I left it all open, just like so. And yeah, the reason for that was because I wanted to show it off, but it looks a lot nicer blended. It was going to look really weird otherwise, which I didn't want, obviously. So that is the bonus there. And yeah, I think it looks really good. And there we go, it's changed the grass. Perfect. And I really like how this is looking so far. Considering that I haven't actually, changed any of the houses at all, I've kept them as they are for now. I think it looks really nice. And yeah, it's definitely something that is a work in progress, but it looks good so far. Okay, moving on to other stuff that we've worked on. We have tidied up the farms a bit. So if you didn't notice in the last episode, because the farmers have been out, and they started to try and farm the crops, which is fair enough. They'd kind of mixed and matched everything, so there was like the odd beetroot in amongst the potatoes, and obviously the crops were randomly spread out. So I've kind of designated areas for each crop now. We've got potatoes growing up here. This is actually one of our biggest plantations here, which is potatoes, because it's my main food source at the moment. As you can see, I'm eating baked potatoes, and I'm just keeping them here for now. Although eventually I want to store the potatoes in this house. I want every house to have a purpose in the village that we're making, and I'll get more into that in a bit. But yeah, I want everything to have a purpose. Here we've got the wheat farming, which again is a nice big area because we need to do breeding of animals. And I'm using this house here, yeah, to store all the wheat in at the moment. So rather than a central storage location to begin with, we're going to have everything spread out into individual areas, which should be a little bit nicer. We got carrots here and carrots in this house here, and lastly beetroot down here, with it being stored in here, as well as this is everything we got from our little caving expedition on the live stream. So quite a lot of stuff, as you can see. A very good haul, a few diamonds, some iron, gold, lapis, golden apples. We actually found another desert temple. I can't remember exactly where we found that, but we found another desert temple which we looted. We've now got Silk Touch Book, Infinity, Fortune 2, Fire Protection 3 and Smite 4, which is all very nice indeed. Now, moving on, you may have seen during our little introduction at the beginning here that I have built out into this area a bit. Now I'll explain the project as a whole that we're going to be doing in a little bit, but actually no, let's do that first. So I kind of touched upon this in the live stream, guys, but for those of you who don't know, during the live stream we hit 300 subscribers on the channel, which is amazing. It's an absolutely incredible landmark, and I'm so happy that we managed to do that. But I haven't really done any kind of subscriber special since 100 subscribers, and to be honest, I'm not really equipped to do one at the moment. I don't have enough stuff, which I think, oh yeah, that would make a great special, and there's stuff in the works, but none of it's quite ready yet for you guys. So I thought, you know what, I've got a really nice project idea here. How about I make it even better by involving you guys with it? And I'm just going to sleep, because I don't want any mobs here whilst I'm explaining. But the idea basically is that I want to make not really a monument, but kind of like a subscriber monument is what I'm going to use initially to describe it. But what it is a subscriber village. So what I want to do is, anyone who wants to take part, all you have to do is say in the comments, James, I want to be involved. Can you add me to the subscriber village? That's all you have to do to begin with. And basically, I got this idea off another person's channel. Sorry, give me a sec. Okay, we're back. So yeah, what I was saying is that I got this idea off another person's channel, off of a guy called Ninja Giraffe. If you want to check that out, then if you type in Ninja and then giraffe spelled normally, you'll find his channel. But basically, I saw that he was doing something where if his subscribers wanted to, they could comment down below and they could get involved in a kind of like subscriber. His was like a little monument thing. I want to go a bit bigger. So what I'm proposing is that I think I mentioned this in the episode, if not I mentioned it in the live stream, that I want to turn all of this plains biome here into a massive village, with every house having its own purpose, and yeah, basically turning it into a big village, loads of villagers hopefully running around by the time it's done. And what I was thinking is get you guys involved. So what I could do is I could give every house a name. A name. For example, I could call that hut there Danaphanus House, okay? For example, because Danaphanus is one of my subscribers, and if he wanted to be involved, he could just comment down below, can you name a house after me, Dan, or call it Danaphanus, call me Danaphanus, and he would, when I have time, I'll add a house with his name. And it could be a little thing every episode that I could kind of just work on off camera, and I could come back and say thank you to this subscriber for wanting to be part of the subscriber village. Here's their name on a sign, and that could be cool. And an alternative is that I could name actual villages. So struggling to say that one with my fat lip. But yeah, I could name actual villages. So I could name a cleric, for example, Dan, and we could try and keep up with where he goes. So if Dan is over at that house over there, which we'll check out in a sec, then they'll be like, oh cool, Dan's over here today. So you could either have your name as a house or as a villager, which could be a lot of fun, and I think it'd be really good for the channel to do because it gets a lot more involvement from you guys, and it's also not that difficult on my part. I mean, I'd have to do quite a bit of fishing for the name tags and do quite a lot of house design, but I want to fill this area anyway, so it's only going to motivate me more if there's more people wanting to be involved. And I mean, I'll keep building the houses anyway if people don't really like the idea, but I thought it'd be quite cool. Let me know in the comments if you want to be involved, and also basically all you have to do at the moment is say whether you want to be, you know, a house or a villager, or if you've got an idea for like a building that the village is missing, which at the moment there's loads, then I could do that as well. So maybe a farmhouse or a bakery or something like that, you know, any kind of like shop or anything which the village will need. You could be like, oh, can it be Dan's Butchers, for example, and then I'd make a butcher's shop and I'd name it, put a sign outside saying Dan's Butchers. That's just an example. I probably did an absolutely terrible explanation of that, but I think it'll be a really fun idea, guys. So again, if you want to be involved, just comment down below with the name that you want it to be. So your username on YouTube may be, I don't know, James1234 or 123D-2, but you might want it to be called just James, obviously, because funnily enough, not everyone gets their ideal username on YouTube. So if that is a thing, then just make sure you make that clear. And can you also check that it does fit on a sign? I'm fine for a little message to be underneath, as long as it's, you know, appropriate. I'm not just going to be shouting out people's channels, so please don't ask that. But if it's a nice little message like home sweet home or something like that, I'm fine for it, as long as it fits on the sign. That's fine by me. But anyway, that's all you need to do. Comment your name, whether it's a building or a villager, and what you want the message to be if you want there to be one. But anyway, let's go check out what I built over here. This is the first house that I built in the village, and for most of you it'll be quite familiar because I built this on the Kplex SMP server a little while ago, and I've done a couple of slight alterations, but I really like this house. I came up with the design myself, and I think it looks really good. It's a nice small house, really small, but it fit perfectly in this little area here in the corner, so I thought why not build it. I think this one is going to be my house, my bedroom, because I need a bedroom, I need a proper place to sleep, because we're going to get rid of the bed in that village soon. By the way, I'm not knocking down any of those houses. That's going to be like the downtown area, I guess, of the village, the old school historic buildings. I may upgrade some of them, but it would be kind of like, you know, when you do restorations to houses, you've got to keep the initial, you know, building intact. So I'll have to see if I can make any alterations without, you know, devaluing the property, so to speak. Could be quite a lot of fun. But anyway, let's go back over here because I got distracted again. I thought this was going to be a short episode, but it's actually turning out to be quite long. Anyway, as you can see from the outside, looks really nice. A couple of flowers. On the inside, really small. Really small. I'm trying something out, by the way, which I'll talk about now. In 1.9, if you don't know, I don't have any trapdoors on me. Do I have? Yeah, I do. Let's make some quickly. You can place trapdoors on any surface, so it doesn't have to be like before you had to place them up against the wall, whereas nowadays you can kind of go like that and they'll stand up like that on their own. You can place them on the side of something here, and then we got my axe. Yeah, you can break it and they will stand alone without anything on them, which my idea with that is windows. They look really nice as windows, and I think that is just perfect. They look really nice up at the top as well, and even from the side here they look really nice in my opinion. But yeah, this is going to be my little house. I think upstairs I've got all the space I could ever need. You know, I've got about 6 blocks, a bed, a couple of chests which do open, awesome, and as you can see I can look out and look at the view you can get with the trapdoors, guys. I think that's a lot nicer than having to look through glass or fence posts. So you still get the kind of effect of a window, but you can look out of it and get a really nice view. And also if we look from this side, we'll be able to see quite a bit of the village out of our house and even into the swamp out the back there. So that is our bedroom house. I will put a sign on it at some point, naming it my house. And again, like I said, if you want to get involved and have your own house, then please let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, I think we're getting close to the end of this episode. I've gone through a lot of stuff today. Oh, I did need to talk about what happened with my injury. But before I do that, one thing that I would like to say is thank you very much to Diamond Dolphins, who, if you didn't see the live stream, sent some fan art to me, which is my first ever bit of fan art, and I'm very happy about it. I hopefully put it on screen now. If not, I'll put a link in the description of the video to check it out. If you do want to send me any fan art, then Twitter is the best place to do it. I don't expect anyone to. I was just really happy to have got some from Diamond. But you know, if you do want to send me it, then I'll of course show it in a video, as long as you know it's actually of me and not just, you know, some random drawing of a penis or something in 2D scribbled on a piece of paper. I won't be showing that, but if it's a good drawing, then I will show it, so make sure to check that out. But anyway, last but not least, talking about my injury. I've left this towards the end because it's a bit of a nasty topic, so if you don't want to know about it, then I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please, seriously, it is a slightly horrible story. Basically what happened was, if you don't know, I play field hockey, which is basically hockey but on a AstroTurf pitch, so kind of like grass hockey in the UK. And basically what happened was, I was playing, I'm a defender, and someone accidentally, an attacker from the opposite team, accidentally, when they were taking a shot, had an absolutely horrible follow through with their stick and hit me perfectly in the mouth. Now, in English hockey, it's not like ice hockey in America where you wear a helmet. There's no helmet, so that stick did a lot of damage, guys. A lot of damage. There was a lot of blood. I cut my lip, quite a deep cut, and I'm debating whether to say this. Yeah, basically what happened was it knocked a couple of my teeth clean out, and yeah, they literally like clean out into my hand. But luckily there was a dentist on my team who actually put my teeth back in on the side of the pitch, and I'm currently receiving treatment to hopefully make sure that those teeth stay and don't have to get replaced at a later date. But yeah, absolutely horrible injury. I'm still recovering in terms of being able to speak properly, and it's mainly down to my fat lip at the moment, which is causing the problems. Hopefully things will get back to normal soon. I don't know how bad it is. Let me know if it's, you know, completely intolerable at the moment, my speech, or if it's you know, acceptable. I don't mind either way, but I do have quite high standards, so I don't want to let out videos which are kind of like really bad quality because of it. So let me know. But anyway, I explained the story. I'm fine now. I'm on the mend. I'll be absolutely fine. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Please don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, to give it a like. It means a lot. If you want to see more, click on the left for the rest of the series, and on the right for the latest video. And if you want to stay up to date with the channel, click on the chicken. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!